What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode 2 of the Fortnite tips. I do apologize this video has taken so long to come out, but I really wanted to make sure that I gave you something different than the usual tips and all the other videos that are out there. So grab your popcorn and a drink and let's dive right into it. Also, remember to hit that like button and drop a comment down below if any of these help you, which one was the best. So my very first tip is going to simply be watch your matches. So go to, your replays and check out the matches and look at what you died from. Determine what you did wrong and what you could have done differently. Because not necessarily, you might be like, oh, I'm not good at aiming, but maybe it wasn't necessarily the aiming, maybe you just didn't build enough, or, maybe you forgot to reload your gun, whatever the case may be. But I definitely recommend determining, the reason why you usually die. And the best way to do that is to watch your replays. It is better if you can record, just because the replays don't necessarily show you like health, inventory, and things like that. So if you can record, if your computer's strong enough, great. You can use OBS software. It's 100% free. I'll put a link down in the description below. I do use OBS for my streaming. However, my computer did come with an built-in recording software. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but I think it's like Gameware or something like that. That's what I use for my YouTube recording. But when I stream, I do use OBS for streaming, and I know OBS does allow you to also record as well, so you can use that. But determine what you did wrong, what you could do differently the second time around, and really focus in on that. Always make sure that you build up. So one of the main things I used to always do wrong is, I would find someone on the ground and I would just get into a shootout with them, like up close shotguns, SMGs, whatever. And I would get up into a close combat fight, and sometimes I'd win, sometimes I'd lose, but usually the times I won, I ended up taking a lot of unnecessary damage. So one of the main things that I think really helped push me forward was even building like a simple ramp and wall, something to give you a little bit of an upper advantage. Not only so that you have the high ground, which is always really important in Fortnite, but it also allows you to time your shots when you take them. So like if you see him pump a shot at you from his shotgun, you know to hide behind, and as soon as he takes that shot, you pop out, take a shot at him, go back down and hide again. That way you are controlling the fight. That is the main thing, is controlling the fight and making sure that you're in control the entire time. Which also leads me into the next tip, which is don't always go too high with your build fights. Yes, it's extremely fun when you find someone at, a level that you're at in building, and, you two just keep going up and up and up and up and up, and next thing you know, you're like 30, 40 stories up in the air, and some, no skins at the bottom chipping away at your, structure, just waiting for you guys all to fall. So be very careful, play it smart. If by all means, go super high up, keep that high ground, but make sure you have a bounce pad or something to get you back down quickly without taking any damage in case, someone starts shooting, or if you see your opponent dropping down, you want to be able to get down before them. That way you can reset the fight. But by all means, if you are going super high up, I don't recommend doing it if you don't have a way out really fast. The fourth tip I'm going to have is always, always, always watch your back. Even when you're in the middle of a fight, check your surroundings. The second, you get the high ground or your guy stops shooting at you, just check your surroundings real fast. I can't tell you, probably 9 times out of 10, and we all do it. I know you do it, I do it, everybody does it. You find 2 people that are fighting, you wait by the sideline, wait for them to finish, and then you go in and sweep up afterwards. Or if you're going for a high kill game, maybe you jump right in the middle. But I've died so many times, and I'm sure most of you have, we've all done it, where we get so into a fight that we pay no attention to our surroundings. And we either get sniped, we get picked off from the side somewhere, or somebody comes in right after you finish it up and you're looting up your reward for winning, and they just come in and rain on your whole parade and end your day. So always be checking your surroundings, even when you're in the middle of a fight. Pay attention to what's going on around you. If you hear a sniper shot swing by, obviously the guy you're fighting doesn't have a sniper, he has a shotgun or an AR or SMG, whatever, then you know that there's somebody out there, sniping at you. So, watch your sides, build some walls up around you, constantly keep moving. And then, of course, as soon as you win your fight, quickly heal if you need to heal. Do what you got to do real fast, and then immediately assess your situation, look to see who's around you, or bounce pad out, launch pad out, whatever you got to do. Get out of the area that you're in and reset so you can determine what's going on around you. Remember to breathe. Yes, I know. Tip number 5 is a life lesson that you learn as a little kid. But believe it or not, you'd be surprised how many times you go into a fight and you end up holding your breath while you're fighting, and you don't even realize it until afterwards. So just remember to breathe. What this does is it helps keep you calm. It prevents you from shaking too much. It prevents you from getting like your palms sweaty, and it helps you focus a lot more. Otherwise, what happens, you're holding your breath, you're holding your breath, you're holding your breath. You don't even realize you're doing it because you're in such an intense battle, and you're just like, kill him. And next thing you know, you do kill him or you don't kill him, and you're like huffing and puffing because you're out of breath because you just held it for 30 seconds. So make sure to breathe, keep calm during your situations. The 6th tip is going to be for those that have trouble with their aiming, whether it's very shaky or it's just, not on point. Maybe you're missing your target a lot. There's a thing out there called Aim Trainer, and they do actually have some that are specific for Fortnite. You can just Google Fortnite Aim Trainer. Some of them are free, some of them cost money, but I know there's one that I used once before. It was okay. I wasn't, it did help a little bit, but I wasn't too impressed by the realisticness of it. But just make sure that you adjust the sensitivity if you're going to use an aim trainer to what you use in Fortnite, or at least as close to as possible. That way it's consistent when you go between platforms. Obviously, if you train on a higher or lower sensitivity than you do in the game, when you get back into the game, if it's higher or lower than what you used in the trainer, it's not going to be as effective. So definitely I would recommend Googling it. There's different ones out there. Most of them, like I said, are free. It doesn't cost any money. Also, your sensitivity, put your sensitivity as low as you possibly can. The lower it is, the more it'll prevent shaking, and it'll keep your trigger more on target. But just make sure when you lower it that you can still do at least a 360. So it really depends on the type of mouse pad you have, how big your mouse pad is. Obviously, the larger the mouse pad, the lower your sensitivity you can make it. The smaller your mouse pad is, the higher you'll need the sensitivity to be, so that you don't have to consistently lift and reset your mouse in the center position. So as long as you could do a complete 360 without your mouse falling off of the mouse pad when centered, you should be okay in this situation. So the last tip I have for you guys is practice. Practice will make perfect. When I first started playing, I first started back in season 3, I think it was, or mid-season 2. And I played about 10 rounds, and I got owned every single time. And I wasn't into it, it wasn't that much fun. I was playing different games at that time, so I didn't really bother with Fortnite all that much. But what happened was right around, the beginning of season 4, maybe like a week or two into season 4 was when I started picking it back up again. I started watching a couple of YouTube videos about it, and then, I was like, oh, it actually looks like fun now. I'm going to go back and try it out. And I went back, and I was horrible still. I got owned, and, I practiced. So it took me about 3 weeks worth of practicing, just dropping into Welling Willows, practicing with the building, practicing editing, and then I did a bunch of drops into Tilted Towers, to practice my shooting, get a hold of the game mechanics. And I'll be honest with you guys, I think I lost like 550 rounds, solo I'm talking about, not duos or squads, solo. I lost about 550 rounds before I won my first one. And then after I won my first round, I ended up, right now I win like 1 out of every like 10 or 15 rounds. And then lately I've been winning like every 10, winning like every 5 or 10 rounds I win one. So I picked it up really fast, in less than a month, or in less than a season technically. I managed to go from a 1 in 600 win ratio to a I think I'm at like 7 or 8 in 650 or something like that win ratio. So it was like, something just kind of triggered right at the very last second that started really helping me push and get much better and be able to determine, people's moves and, what move to make, when to push, when not to push. So, it takes time, it takes practice. And, there's going to be times where you just keep getting killed and you want to smash your computer and throw your keyboard and, say you hate the game and never play it again. And then you're back playing it like 10 minutes later. But, when you start getting aggravated like that, just stop, leave the game. Go take a breath for a minute, sit down, relax, have a drink, have something to eat, whatever it is you do to calm yourself down. Calm down, maybe go play something else, some like strategy game on your phone is usually what I do, like those little puzzle games, just to kind of help put my mind back into like, a predictable, mindset. And then I go back into the game and, usually do much better. And then sometimes I'll just drop it for the entire day and I'll go back, the next day and usually win like within the first couple of rounds. So give it time, practice, don't get aggravated with the game. It's not, people, they're not playing, well, some people are playing out there to upset you, but, most of the time when people kill you, it's not because they want to piss you off. It's just because they want to win just as bad as you do. So practice makes perfect. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel because I will be releasing another training, hopefully with a little more detail on the actual game mechanics. This was just a little bit more mindset, gameplay, things like that, things to understand to help yourself get better. So until next time, though, I will see you guys.